If you want your pals to have well over 10 minutes of work speed buff, leave your base. To showcase this, we have a base with no food box and plenty to do. We will give a work speed buff to 5 pals to stay at the base, and 1 pal we will travel with. After placing the Anubis in a base and watching him for 10 minutes, the buff wears out. We stick around for an additional 12 minutes before we go check up on the unsupervised pals and see that they still have the work speed buff. So similarly to how you might not like having your manager watch over you at work, neither do your pals. In addition to this, we can see our pals still have a significant amount of san and satiety. Unrendered bases is just a buff all around. You can see the Anubis we watched over lost 175 points of satiety in the same amount of time the unrendered one lost 30. The amount of satiety, or hunger, pals lose is dependent on their food meter. The more bread highlighted, the more they eat. All pals will eat when they get to half hunger, when food is available. For this example, we will let Shroomer eat cake when their hunger meter falls to half of 270, which is 135. So to keep pals working most efficiently, you need to balance their hunger and their satiety with the food they eat. There are many great foods in the game, and it is relatively subjective on what is best. My favorites are chickpea saute, salad, and grilled lamb ball, by breaking it down by early, mid, and late game. Early game, the focus is on jam-filled buns or chickpea saute. Both are unlocked at level 17 with the cooking pot. Jam-filled buns require flour and berries, granting 51 hunger and 6 sanity. Both ingredients can be farmed, making an easily produced item for a good return. I focus much more on chickpea saute. By traveling to the small settlement at 73-486, we can buy raw chickpea meat. Chickpea saute requires the chickpea poultry and 2 berries. In exchange, you get 92 nutrition, 12 sanity, and 30% increase to work speed for 10 minutes. Salads are next up on the list because it requires more expensive ingredients to make, or a much higher level to farm passively. The salad is beloved by most, as once you are level 38 or higher, you can unlock the lettuce and tomato farm. Salads grant less nutrition and sanity than chickpea saute while granting the same work speed buff of 30%, but it is gathered completely passively from farming pals. In addition to that, no ingredients are used for cakes, giving it its well-deserved top slot in most players' eyes and an absolute top-tier mid and late game food. Our only other mid-game competition comes from grilled lamb ball, providing a huge 147 nutrition, 18 sanity, the work speed increase, and a sanity buff. For only 1 lamb ball mutton that can be purchased from the small settlement and 2 lettuce, this is the king of mid to late game foods for almost every situation. Lastly, we have our late game food, requiring level 41 for the electric kitchen and more ingredients than others. These are not the foods for everyone. In fact, I would argue grilled lamb ball is the best food in the game until you are running multiple shroomers. Before we get to sanity, you can buy lettuce and lettuce seeds from Fisherman's Point at -480, -744. From the Wandering Merchant just north and east of the fast travel. When you do have multiple shroomers, pizza becomes the best food in the game since you no longer have sanity issues. With no shroomers, sanity has a consistent drain of 1 per 10 seconds on normal work, 1 per 5 seconds on hard work, and 1 per 3 seconds on super hard work. Pals that drop below 85 sanity have a chance to go on a break. When sanity is 50 or less, they start to get negative effects that can decrease work speed by up to 30%. Having beds allows pals to sleep to restore sanity. Even nocturnal pals can use them, but every non-nocturnal pal will sleep at night to restore sanity. The better the bed, the faster the sanity restoration. San will also be restored from hot springs and cooked foods. Shroomers and Shroomer Nock's passive effect works both day and night. This is not affected by disease, or if the Shroomer is sleeping, or work speed passives. The increase is a 10% reduction for an uncondensed shroomer, meaning if you have 10 pals or more, a shroomer is a very high quality add to make your other pals work even better, since 10% 10 times is 100%. To add to this, the buff stacks up to about 90%. On screen, you can see the amount of time it took for one sanity to drain per uncondensed shroomer added to the base. Every pal has a work suitability for a task, with level 1 being necessary to do the task at all. Level 2 is 3 times faster than level 1. Level 3 is 3 times faster than level 2, and level 4 is 3 times faster than level 3. It is possible to get level 5 work suitability by getting a fully condensed pal, but even before that, condensing does increase work speed by 10% per star. The pals you want to strive for are Jormuntide Ignis, Jormuntide, Lylene, Orsurk, Anubis, Frostallion Noct, Prickster or Shroomer Noct, Astagon, Bellanor, Frostallion, and Noclum. For passives, you want a combination of Lucky, Artisan, Workslave, Serious, Workaholic or Positive Thinker. For some pals, consider Diet Lover, and if they're not a Dark Pal, Nocturnal. Transport pals are slightly different. Look for Swift and Runner in the sanity increasing passives. Lastly, don't forget to add the Stumpin' Axe, Pickaxe and Helmet, the Watering Fountain, the Flaming Cauldron, and the large toolbox for a good 20% increase for every single pal at your base. If you found any of this useful, or if you've noticed something I've forgotten, please let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.